put a picture up on his Facebook of this Lamborghini. He's like, I'm gonna buy this in 2018. This is gonna be mine. I was like, cool, how are you gonna buy it? That was the only question I asked him, how are you gonna buy it? He's like, I'm gonna hustle.
Boom, I sold 650,000 in used books on Amazon in 2015. You see that? That's fucking hustle.
Reezy Resells. Follow the hustle.
What's up, guys? Day 2 in Phoenix, Meltdown in the Desert conference. Today we're doing a video production and live streaming workshop hosted by Colby, Kay, and Tyler Harris. If you guys don't follow Colby or Tyler Harris, get on that. But I'm gonna show you what it looks like.
What type of influencer are you? So you said you work with hairstylists, right?
Right.
So I would get a title. So I'm a leader of hairstylists. I'm a hairstylist influencer. So work on that. So besides that, a little bit in your own mind.
Over the next 12 months, made over 450. Next 12 months, made over 650, and that was last year. And now moving forward, what I realized was the biggest mistake that I ever made was in that period of 2014 when I was in that dark place, not documenting on social media coming out of it. And for me, it was more just like a heads down, buried in work, didn't really think about it, didn't post anything on social media, not even like a personal profile of what I was doing for work or any of this stuff. But I knew the biggest mistake I could make moving forward was not starting at that point.
I would have to be the most dominant player in the most fundamental skill sets, right? So that's what we're looking to do. We want to be in that upper 1% of what's just most important. So for example, if you're in the upper 1% of dribbling, and you're in the upper 1% of passing, and you're in the upper 1% of shooting, and you mix that together, you get a LeBron James, you get a Steph Curry, okay? And so I could easily, sit up here and tell you like, I'm gonna just make you incredible, at all these things at once, but that's not true. That'd be a liar, and you should get away from anybody who tells you that, okay? Because there's a difference between knowledge and skills. Honest opinion is the people you went to high school with don't matter. Sorry. Like, your family members, a lot of them, they kind of don't matter either. Like, they kind of don't. Unless it's your significant other or your kids, they kind of don't matter. I love them, and there's always a place for them. I'll always have to creep me up with Thanksgiving. Like, I do care at times, but I kind of don't. Because they're not your audience. They're not your audience.
You're making a booby trap?
Yeah, I want you to be careful because you might sit on whatever. Ow, 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 ow.
So the video marketing mastermind with Colby and Tyler Harris and TJ Reeves, who is the video editor for Tyler Harris. He's the director of the Daily Bread vlog. It went down really, really well. I learned a lot of stuff. I learned some stuff about brand proposition and how to do introductions for yourself in a professional setting.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Reezy. I'm a high school dropout and I turned $5 into over 5 million of gross online sales. I help people build businesses that allow them to live on their own terms and pursue a life with passion. If you aren't happy with your 9 to 5, go to Reezy.tv and hit subscribe.
TJ's presentation was really powerful. If you guys don't follow TJ Reeves, I'll put his Instagram on the screen around here somewhere. But he's, like I said, he's the editor or the director for the Daily Bread. And the dude is really smart. He knows his stuff. He's been editing videos for 13 years. He's very inspiring and motivational. His talk, which was actually tactical about like how to film and just little tricks to increase your productivity for producing a vlog, was really spot on, and I really enjoyed talking with him all day. Tyler Harris's presentation about the different types of content that you can create with examples that he did from his own content from the Daily Bread. So if you guys are not following Tyler Harris or listening to his podcast, The Daily Bread, or I think it's actually called the Breadwinner Podcast, I'm not 100% sure. Check all those out. Up here is Tyler Harris Instagram, but subscribe to his YouTube, follow him on Facebook. He's putting out some really, really good content, and like the vlogs are fire. If you like inspirational business, motivational vlogs, like if you like Daily V, you're gonna love the Daily Bread, and I highly recommend you to check that out. So that was super cool to see his presentation, to talk with him, to be able to ask him some questions. And then after that, Colby came in and did a whole hour on content distribution, repurposing content, how to turn one piece of content into like 15 or 20 pieces of content, which isn't a new concept if you follow Gary Vee, but just to hear the tactical ways that he does it, and then also including a whole segment on ClickFunnels and sales segmentation and just a bunch of stuff. If you don't follow Colby, his Instagram is up here. Check him out, he's all over the place. He just published a new book called You Should See the Other Guy, which I'm gonna get a copy of it tomorrow at the conference. Just a bunch of great guys. And then we went out to dinner and got to hang out even more, get to know each other more, have some conversation, some numbers were exchanged. Rosa's over here doing funny faces on Instagram or Snapchat. Now she's trying to put me on blast. It doesn't work, I put you on blast.
It's hilarious.
Film it and then let's see it. So all in all, that was really cool. Learned a lot. Got to exchange some phone numbers and increase my network. And I know it sounds corny, but if you guys don't know this, your network is your net worth. If I'm the first person you ever heard say that, that's amazing. But anyways, guys, it's another case of learning a lot, networking a lot, hanging out with some cool people, and just growing as a person, as a content creator. So after this, I think we're gonna go down to the bar now, and there's some people down there having some drinks, and we're gonna do some more networking. If you guys didn't know, a lot of the networking goes down at the bar. Huge, huge thing. Don't miss your chance to go to the networking at the bar, or to network in general.
An accountability partner is gonna be that person that you report to like you would your officer in the military or whatever. So
And I'm working on that.
And your wife, there's a little bit of forgiveness that she...
Not with us.
Well, you say that, but there is, because she loves you. So there's an emotional attachment to your wife, whereas if you were in business with somebody, there's amount of like, there's accountability and respect, and I have to get it done. They're not gonna love me the way that my wife loves me.
Yeah. True. An accountability, like a good example of an accountability partner, how it can give structure and stuff like that is like, I make videos with Tyler, right? So I have to and I make videos on my own, and I actually pump out way more content, knowing that I have to answer to Tyler, and when he gives me criticism and stuff like that, stuff's not on the line. Like I know what's on the line, what's not on the line. When you have someone like only your wife being your accountability partner, then things come on the line like including and up to sex and your marriage, right? If you really have to get deep, like your accountability partner,
I understand exactly what you're talking about.
Should be able to eviscerate you, and it still not like it'll be fine. Like I have my friend Mike, and he's my accountability partner, and I'll go to him, and we have what we call ego deaths, right? This is when we have like some deep core assumption in us ripped away from us, and it's so bad that we have to grieve over it, almost like a death. And so. But I know that Mike will stay there with me through that all, right? And what's not up to question is that that relationship and that friendship and stuff like that. That's what an accountability partner can do, and separate from a marriage. Because it's like, well, shouldn't that be possible in like a really good marriage? It's like, no, actually no, because there's way too much on the line. If they get personal, there's way too much extra stuff.
There's a side of emotion in there that you have to live with your wife.
Yeah,
and he doesn't have to live with his.
Yeah, I don't have to
live with Tyler. You should be able to go and tell your wife how you feel about the reaction of your accountability partner, and she'd be like, okay or no.
We're running the identical twin test.
Yeah.
What we're saying is that if we had you, we cloned you, same marriage, okay? In option 1, you use your wife as your accountability partner. Option 2, you have a separate accountability partner, and we looked at your effectiveness over time and your ideas, and you would perform better.
Absolutely.
Regardless of how well your marriage is. And that's kind of the issue here.
Whether it's complacency or just
laziness
lazy because you're comfortable and you guys are like, let's go to Hawaii instead.
Yeah, it is not a commentary at all.
What are you doing in Hawaii?
Not a commentary at all. Right. It has nothing to do. It's for all people. There we go. You asked if I have any absolutes. I'm like, for all people, you're better.
We got an absolute.
Finally got him.
The guy who puts he put a picture up on his Facebook of this Lamborghini. He's like, I'm gonna buy this in 2018. This is gonna be mine. I was like, cool. How are you gonna buy it? That was the only question I asked him. How are you gonna buy it? He's like, I'm gonna hustle. I'm like, I've been following you for a while, and all you talk about hustling, so how exactly are you gonna buy it? And literally his response was, why do you have to be a dick, bro? Swear to God. So the difference between him and the guy who will actually have the Lamborghini is when I say, well, how are you gonna do it? Well, it's $300,000, and this is like what I help people create the map. Cool, so when do you wanna buy it? I wanna buy it in July. Great, that gives us 6 months. So we have to make $300,000 in 6 months. So that's 306 months. How much is it is per quarter, per month, per week? So now you need to make whatever the number is, $427 a day. All you have to focus on is the $427 per day, and then July you're buying your Lamborghini. But what the average human being does is we consume all this content, and then we like mentally masturbate, and we're like grinding and hustling these 20-hour days, and then July comes and we're like, I don't have any money to buy my Lambo, and you never buy the Lambo.
If you guys didn't see yesterday's video, click up here and check that out. We got in a little bit of car trouble, accident scenario. Everyone's safe, don't worry about it, on the way here from California, and it just made some good content for the vlog. So click up here, check out yesterday's vlog, and until the next time, if you ain't flipping, you slipping. Boy!